Creators, it's time we talked. Now, I might just be a small voice in the sea of many different creators out there. This may never be heard by anybody, but I'm here to tell you, who is part of not only just this community, but YouTube overall, about a few things. Don't let numbers consume you. Don't let your competitive nature consume you. Now, mind you, this platform is hard to succeed on. This platform is so hard for many people to succeed. Some people it doesn't happen overnight. Some people it doesn't happen over a few months. Sometimes it takes years for people to even get appreciated on the platform. But I am telling you today about a few mistakes that you can make as a creator and what you should be avoiding. And what I have made mistakes to the point where it's time I talked about those mistakes. YouTube is hard. We all know that. But you know what? It should not, numbers and competition and things like that should not stop or overwhelm you from doing what you want to do, from doing what you want to create. You put the you in YouTube. YouTube is a place for self-expression. YouTube is a place where everybody can express themselves. It's sad that some creators feel as if they have to do things that they hate, that they burn themselves out for just because of what the analytics say, or what someone else is doing that works for that person but doesn't necessarily work for you. For years now, I have been on this platform, and for years, I have struggled. I have literally struggled on this platform. But it has not made me quit. I have gone down the dark path a few times. One time I even forgot about the overall community once. I am sorry for that, and that is something I will never do again. But people have to understand that don't let this darkness consume you. Don't let your competitive nature, if you're as competitive as me, if you're as competitive and confident as me, do not allow that to run you. Don't let that be your drive. What your drive should be is to experience something with the community. Because what is life if it doesn't have experience? What is life if it's just a bunch of random numbers? What is life if it's just trophies and awards? The entirety of YouTube, the experience of YouTube should always and forefront be about the community that you are entertaining. I have made mistakes before, and I am proud to admit that I have made those mistakes before because I am a human. We all sometimes lose track of ourselves, especially if you live in a state that's as toxic and stressed out as New Jersey like I do, that was voted the United States of America's most stressed out state in the entirety of the country. Especially when things are fast moving and no one can slow down. That is when I lost myself. And I'm proud to say that I went through this because it taught me. It taught me the experience. It taught me to never go down that path again. But if you are not making bonds with people, if you are not making these experiences with people, if you are not, and you're just worried about the finish line, then you're gonna end up like the hare, not the tortoise. Slow and steady wins the race. My grandfather, one of the most amazing and talented people in the world, one of the most humblest people in the world, he said 2 words to me. 2 words that will stick with me for the rest of my life. And when he passed, I promised that I would stand by those words. And I've lost myself along the way once and twice, but then I get reminders about these 2 words, which are patience, kid. He told me when I was driving home from church. I was driving my grandparents home from church when I was 16 years old. I asked him, and I said, why don't things work out as how I have them planned? I asked him, those simple words. Why does it take long for me to get like success? And I was 16 at the time. I was young, you know. I thought like a lot of teenagers did, where I was very competitive, and I was very like I wanted success right away. Like I wasn't like necessarily somebody who went out and partied. I was somebody who wanted to be successful and run a business. I remember stopping at his stoplight, and he said those 2 words to me. Just patience, kid. You may want something. You may want something so badly that it is the fire that is within your heart, that it burns every day. That it burns every damn day. And when you see things just fall apart before your eyes, or you start competing with other people, or you lose track of who you actually are, you lose the reminder of what's really important in life. Your dreams are important. And as long as you stand by those dreams and continue to work every damn day of your life, and you don't quit, and you put those freaking logs on the flame every day to keep it alight, it will glow, it will be bright, it will light up an entirety of a room. You deserve more, but maybe not at this time. You deserve more, but maybe it's not your time to let your flame out yet. Maybe your flame is still growing, is still lighting up so that it can move on to bigger and better things. Maybe it's your test of patience, just as mine is. I have made mistakes in the past. We all do. Every single one of us are human beings. But I need you guys to know, you as creators on this platform, to never lose sight of what is important. Because once you do, it's hard to come back. It's hard to go back to who you once were. You, my friends, have so much to offer this world. Again, you put the you in YouTube. You put the you in YouTube. If it wasn't for you, it would just be a tube. Which, again, I always have questions why it's not like UTV or something. I know tube is like television, but I know you want something. I know you have a dream. But don't let that dream consume you. Don't let it stop you from having fun in life. Don't let it stop you from making memories. Don't let it stop you from doing something you want, because then you will go insane. Trust me, I've been there. I've had 7 burnouts on this platform. 7. In a course of 2 years, I had 7 major burnouts where I would stop eating, where I almost ended up in the hospital, where my mental health was screwed up. I doubted myself. I doubted my abilities. And it's all because I forgot what was important. You have to understand something. If people are watching your videos, they're not just watching you, but they want something. They want a message. I have never been happier as a creator than I am today. And some people may not like the changes that are going on. Some people may want, you know, Uncharted. Some people may want Let's Plays, but that never made me happy as a creator. To be 100% honest. They helped me during that time. The stories that were told, that's what made me happy. It was never necessarily playing the games, because I'm freaking terrible playing PS4 games. But I have never been happier now to talk about stories and go through the stories that not only just video game characters are going through, but anime characters, and treat them like friends. You know, to give you an example, like with Life is Strange and God of War, even Uncharted, they have wonderful stories, beautiful stories, wonderful characters. And I would love to do reaction series for them. I would love that, because that's what I love to do. I am a person who is so impatient. I am a person who allows her impatience to get the better of her. I'm a very competitive person. But I want to teach you guys these lessons. I want you to realize that if you are a creator on this platform, don't ever let somebody hurt your confidence. Don't ever let somebody try to ruin you or your career. People hate when people are confident. People hate when they have this level of confidence where they know they're going to be successful if they keep at it. Some people just watch people because they want to see them fail. But don't do that. Don't do that. You may not believe in God, but I sure as heck do. I've been through so much in my life. I've talked about it on the channel before, but I've been through a lot. And I know a lot of you guys have as well. But God is good. God is kind. God just wants you to love him. And I know that through loving God and through my having patience and being obedient, things will fall into place. There are some bad things that may have happened. There are some bad, but as people have said, like our editor Derek has said, it's just a blessing in disguise. We as creators, no matter what your religion, no matter what you believe in, as long as you have faith in yourself and you do not give up, good things will come your way. You deserve more than what you have because you put the you in YouTube. Thank you.